You're listening to PM Tonga with John Pulu.
Whakalofalahi atu ki mutolu o si ho e ki pia moe kakai e whanua. It's coming up to 20 minutes after 5 p.m. for us here in Tāmaki Makaurau. Ko tui pe o ku ke ongo lelei atu pe ai whakahoha I he ngalu ea, pia moe ngalu pe I he hoani. Now, with the Rugby World Cup in full swing in France, we thought we would have a chance to look at some of our up-and-coming homegrown rugby stars. And joining us right now via Zoom, we welcome Tevita Ofa from the mighty Manukau Rovers. Tevita, malo e tau maue whia whini. It's great to have you on our Polokalama.
No, thank you for having me.
Tevita, I know that you've had a busy afternoon today. Tell us a little bit about your position in the team and what you did today.
So we just had our training today, which was like our main day for the week, just preparing for our game on Saturday afternoon. So we just had training today and then a few meetings. That was about it.
And tell us about your position in the team.
I play centre, so that's like between the inside backs and outside, so like pretty much the connector between both.
Well, I tell you, centre is integral in the team and a very important role. But tell me about, as of recent, you saved the team with a very important kick. Can you tell us, paint the picture for us? What happened?
So I think time was up and we scored in the right corner at our stadium in Pukekohe. And then I looked to our main kicker and he like said if I was all good taking the kick, and I just pretty much just said, yeah, I don't mind. And then ended up just lining it up and kicked it and then go for a win then.
Wow. And for the win. So tell us the team that you guys beat that day.
We beat Canterbury, so they're like one of the top teams in our competition. So it's been a long time since we got up against them. So the boys are like pretty wrapped that we were able to get the job done that night.
That is awesome. Look, the Rovers have done such an awesome job. Tell me about how you got into the team, because, you know, it is a bit of a process to get into teams like the Rovers. Tell us about your journey.
So I think it was about 2021. I came into the academy and then just been training through there for 2 years. And then on my second year, got a shot playing winger and mix of winger, fullback, and then centre. And then that was my first year last year with them. And then just this year, it's my second year. And then I was just trying to improve off my first year, which went pretty well.
And has it been the Rovers that you've always wanted to play for?
Yeah, basically just growing up in the region, coming through school and then playing those rep teams under 16s, under 19s. Always been wanting to play for the Steelers, and then just to be able to live out that dream last year was unreal.
Oh, wow. Well done. Has rugby been something that you've always been keen on doing?
Yeah. I started rugby at a young age. I think I was about 5 or 6, just playing out of Weymouth. Started off at Weymouth Rugby Club and then moved to Karaka under 11 to 13, and then ended up finishing up there in 2014 before heading to Wesley College from 15 to 19.
Wow. Wesley College, eh? They continue to turn out some of our awesome rugby players. Is there someone that you looked up to when you were young, in terms of those who have played in the All Blacks, or perhaps the Rovers?
Yeah, through the All Blacks, just watching All Blacks growing up, probably like for me, my favorite player growing up was Manoni and Dan Carter.
Oh wow,
Just
yes.
seeing how, yeah, just seeing their combination and then how they like controlled the team.
And what is your plan now for the future? Now that I guess you're kind of making a name for yourself, you're a bit more established now, and you're very much part of the team. But what is your goal or plan for the future going forward?
For me, it's just trying to finish off the year strong and then hopefully get something here in New Zealand, like for next year. And then if not, maybe look to go overseas and like develop my footy somewhere else.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I'm sure you've been catching up on the Rugby World Cup matches, eh?
Yeah, yeah. Watched the All Blacks game and yeah, a few other counties boys in there, so supporting them pretty closely.
Tell us who are now from a history with the counties and are now
Yeah.
playing in the All Blacks. Can you name a few?
We've got All Blacks from counties. At the moment is Cam Rogard. He started at 9 on the weekend.
Ah, Roy
There's
Gard.
Dalton Papali'i. Yeah, there's Dalton Papali'i, and I think Nepo Laulala was playing on the weekend as well.
Isn't that awesome? And what does it feel like, to know that you're part of something special here, that potentially you could be playing for the All Blacks one day?
Yeah, still get starstruck just going to training now, like seeing the likes of like Hoskins, Satutu, Itene, Anaisituro, just seeing those kind of guys that play at Super Rugby level. Just yeah, you just buzz out just seeing them, and then being able to like connect with them each day is just unreal.
Now, don't big it working out. Is it the All Blacks you want to play for? Because now, you're eligible to, perhaps play for Tonga one day. Would that be something that you're interested in doing, Tevita?
Yeah, I'm sure like many of the young kids growing up playing rugby in New Zealand, the dream is to play for the All Blacks. But if that dream doesn't come true, then I don't mind playing for either Tonga or Samoa.
You've got a Samoan connection as well?
Yeah, my mom's Samoan, so and then my dad's
Wow.
Tongan, so I'm half half.
Wow, you've got the best of both worlds. What's it like at home when
Yeah.
there's a game on and it's Tom playing Samoa? How difficult is that for your family? Goodness me.
Oh, my dad, he's like real passionate, so he's like fiery, like at the TV. He's like screaming at the TV, where my mom's like more chill and laid back.
Because they're
So
winning.
I'm just like, yeah, yeah. So even like when we we're watching the League World Cup last year, my mom was
Oh,
like, she was just laughing at my dad because my dad was getting so angry.
I think it's your father and every Tongan on the planet.
Yeah,
685 to the world, I say. Uh, but what an awesome opportunity, Tevita, that you are open to playing for both teams. And
yeah,
I do hope you do remember us when you do get up.
yeah, yeah.
You're a big star. Don't forget to come back and do an interview on our program. Tell us about your up and coming games for you and your team.
So this weekend on Saturday at 2:05 p.m. I think it is. We play Manukau, and then next week is our last round robin game, which is down in Dunedin against Otago. So we pretty much need to win both to try push for a spot in the quarterfinals. So yeah, the boys are training real hard to hopefully get that done and yeah, make the quarters because I think it's been like a couple of years since
Wow.
counties have pushed for a quarterfinal spot.
Well, we're very proud of you, brother. Malo apito for making time for us. Any final words? This is a very, I guess, a lot of us will be tuned in to our tallies for sport. But any message for other young people, maybe who are listening in right now, if they're still deciding on where to go with their sport, in particular, if it's rugby, what's your message?
For me, just like coming out of school recently, just seeing like the many distractions. I reckon it just comes down to like how focused and how much you want to push for those dreams that you have, whether it's in rugby studies or whether it's through like work or something like apprenticeship. I guess it's just sticking with it and not getting sidetracked.
We wish you the very best, and we'll be looking out for you, especially your name, as they call it out when you play. Ofa lahi atu, malo pito mau whakamari. God bless.